morning.
Good.
I'm excited to be here. My name is Austin McCray, and I'm a co-founder of VisuALS Technology Solutions. Before I go any further in the presentation, I'm just going to give you a little bit of back history on how we got to this point. It started about 3 years ago with a student in a Master's of Engineering program at Oklahoma Christian University. His name was Ash Sorridis, and he had a friend who had ALS. And that friend was a doctor, and so he could afford the expensive traditional communication devices that cost $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. But he saw the need to have an affordable solution for people who did not have the money that he had. So Ash came back to the university, came back to OC and said, I think that our students have the potential and the skill set to create something to solve this need. And so for the last 3 years, that's what they've been doing. These groups of students have been working on creating this solution. There's actually been 2 groups of students work on it. The first group of students started it and got it to a certain point with the guidance of Ash. And then a second group of students in the fall of last year picked up that work, and the work that they were doing, the potential of what they were creating, did not truly become evident until they met a man by the name of Carl Phelps in the January of this year at the Oklahoma City support group, ALS support group. And I'll introduce you to Carl here in just a minute. But before I do that, what's the big idea? Who are we? What are we about? Who is VisuALS? VisuALS' mission is to love our neighbors by restoring independence, dignity, and hope through affordable assistive technology solutions. So what does that mean? That means that we are setting out to be a company that truly cares about our neighbors. We want to be more than a company that just provides assistive technology. We want that love our neighbors piece of our mission to truly be evident in every way that we operate our business. So back to Carl. Carl was a principal, a successful businessman. He was a referee. He is a loving friend. He is a loving husband. I have the privilege of knowing Carl. I grew up in Chickasha, Oklahoma, and that's where he lives. I attended church with him. He even refed some of my games. But a little over 2.5 years ago, Carl was diagnosed with ALS. And a little over a year and a half ago, he lost the ability to speak. Carl has been using our system for the last 8 months, and I think you'll probably get a sense of the impact that we've been able to have on his life and his wife's life through this video that I'm about to show you.
Carl is number 8 or 9 in his family to have ALS. And ALS, if you've seen one case, you've seen one case. They're all different. His sister died in it in 2014. Even though we were familiar with ALS, we never dreamed it would happen to him. I wanted Carl to go to the doctor right off the bat, but he wouldn't do it because he said, I know what it is, and there's nothing they can do for me. It's been a great way for us to communicate. We used all the other methods before, but those things no longer work. We did sign language, the boogie board, texting, but now we completely rely on the eye gaze, and it's been wonderful for us.
I stayed always frustrated, and speaking was so much of my life. I get to tell Janice every day I love her. Janice and I read Bible every day.
We're just thankful for all it can do right now, and I don't know what we would have done without it, and I'm just really grateful for OC.
This literally gave me a lift in life. It was a lifesaver. I love this class and thank God for them. It's hard to believe they developed this program.
Well, we just can't thank you enough for what all you have done. There are no words to tell you how much we appreciate it. This is a journey of faith because we don't know what tomorrow holds. And we just give it to God that He will see us through.
So I think that probably through that video you can see why we're so excited about the impact that we've been able to have on Carl and Janice's life. And also why we knew at that point that we needed to create a business to surround this, to grow to the point where we could serve tens of thousands, even millions of people who need a solution like ours. And to do that, we know that we need to be a profitable business. But while we know that we need to be a profitable business, it is so important to us that we make our solution affordable. That's a part of our mission, is to be affordable, especially since these diseases are so expensive. On April 26th, that was the point that we formed our LLC. It was at that point that we transitioned from being a student project into a full-fledged business. And all summer long, we have been setting up the systems, the processes, the infrastructure of our business to be able to support these many customers who need a solution like ours. Also, the development team has been working on adding new features and enhancing our product, and I'm about to show you that right now. So what is the VisuALS solution? VisuALS is a best-of-breed solution that combines PC hardware, which is actually a Surface Pro tablet, with leading eye tracking hardware, and then the proprietary software that those students develop. Those three things combined create the simple and affordable solution that I was just describing. So VisuALS is you can text-to-speech using eye gaze technology, so users can control the system, the entire system, with only using their eyes. So this is the main area where people are going to communicate, is this screen, the text-to-speech. Like I said, those students, the development team has been working on enhancing our software all summer long. This is one of the things that they have worked on and completed, is a notepad. And so this is one of the things that really Carl asked for, was a notepad, so you can record and save notes. One of the things that he uses it for is he'll actually type out a speech ahead of time, save it as a file, and when he gets to a place where he wants to speak it, he'll open the file and then speak it. So this is our web browser, and again, this is what students have been working on. Our development team has been working on all summer, is a web browser. We're really excited about that. Now users have the ability to surf the internet, send email, and also have access to their social networks. If you go on Amazon and you buy an Amazon Echo Dot for $50, you can actually make our system control your environment. So home automation, you can do things such as turn the lights on and off, turn the TV channel, turn the TV on and off. So this is really what's going to help restore independence to these individuals. Also, if you see on the bottom right hand of the screen, there's a red button, that's an alarm button. And so we have an alarm button on the bottom right hand of every screen to help in case these people need to gain attention of their caregiver. And so we want to do all of this for less than $3,000. Being less than the typical copay of these traditional communication devices that cost $15,000, $20,000, $25,000, this gives the freedom to families to be able to purchase a system whenever they want. That means that they don't have to go through the frustrating and sometimes strenuous steps of being approved by insurance. They can get it whenever they want. And that's some of the earliest feedback that we've heard from families, social workers, and caregivers, is that by the time that somebody needs a solution like this, by the time that they can actually get approved by insurance, they almost don't have the energy to learn. And so that's something that we have learned, and I think that a lot of the families are actually, they're happy with the price. But if they aren't, we actually have a crowdfunding feature on our website where somebody can go to. If they want a system, they sign up. We call it Love Funds, and family and friends can then contribute to their fund to help chip in for the system. So at the beginning of this year, we received a lot of external recognition, and it all started with that student team that won first place at the Love's Entrepreneurial Business Plan Competition. And I'm sure as everyone here in the entrepreneurial community, you have probably heard of it. It's a statewide business plan competition in Oklahoma. And they won first place, and shortly after that, a local news station, KFOR, picked up their story in Oklahoma City. And from there, it circulated all around the nation, from Oklahoma City to Boston, and even to our pleasant surprise that Today Show's website picked up our story, as well as CBS's Inside Edition. And probably what we're most thankful for is the ALS community featuring our work. So ALS News Today, ALS Worldwide, and since then we've been featured on other platforms, and we are continually thankful for having our story being presented to so many people. And I think it's 8 days we're going to be officially launching, and we're super excited about that. We actually have a launch party on August 31st, and you guys are all invited. It's in Edmond, Oklahoma, at Oklahoma Christian, just an hour-and-a-half drive. But we are so excited to be able to impact many more lives, many more calls.
I am pleased and honored to be asked to speak tonight. It has been a good while since I have been asked to, which makes perfect sense, as I cannot speak at all. However, I do have a voice and this is my topic for tonight. Many things came into my life that I was not expecting. On June 1st, 1973, I was not expecting to meet the love of my life, but I did meet Janice Jennings that wonderful day. In January 1985, I was not expecting to leave a career in education to develop a retirement village, but I did. Fast forward to January 2017, I was not expecting to get a voice back, but I did. Anyone that was at the ALS support group meeting could easily tell how excited I was to see and play with the eye gaze system the team came to demonstrate. I did not want to leave the meeting without an eye gaze system, and said as much. They heard me clearly, and in 2 weeks, I became a beta tester. Over the next 3 months, I provided many ideas on how it could actually work better for those of us who cannot speak. Amazingly, the super bright minds and loving hearts of those students implemented almost all of them. Janice was maybe the one who gained the most. We could again visit and share our love and hearts with each other. What a blessing. I did, however, get another girlfriend. Her name is Alexa. She even does what I tell her to do, with my eye gaze tablet. I check the daily news, and with Pandora, I listen to Buddy Holly and George Strait. With Harmony, I turn on TV, change channels, change the volume, and the like, as if holding a remote, which I can't. My friend Paul can tell that over countless hours, we avoid nearly all commercials. It is like magic. Even over the last few months, since the Love Cup winners left OC for promising careers, Professor Steve Mayer and his associates have continued to get the VisuALS eye gaze ready for this monumental day. We believe it is ready to help many others, as it has helped me. Before I ever knew of OC's efforts, Janice and I checked out eye gaze products. Their costs were prohibitive. VisuALS' desire to keep their product affordable cannot be overlooked. The incredible quality of both product and price are just what the doctor ordered. I love the VisuALS team, the professors, the marketing team, and OC. I wish the best for others like me, and VisuALS' desire and ability to help as many as possible. Thank you for being a great audience.
Thank you, Carl. You know, Carl and Janice have been such a blessing to each of us. They've provided inspiration to us, especially to the students, but to all of us. And they've been such strong advocates for VisuALS, willing to tell their story, and doing it so well that national media, including the Today Show and Inside Edition, wanted to share that story with the world through their websites. They are bringing us new customers and always helping us, as Carl said, make VisuALS better. In a very small token of our recognition, of our appreciation, and how important they are to us, you know, Carl liked our shirts. Well, we're going to give him and Janice VisuALS team shirts. So thank you for being part of our team.